So a relationship that has been built through Pathways is I have two gentlemen actually three gentlemen. When we first started, I asked them to come. None of them were interested in coming. And now I don't sing, I don't do that. And when we brought them down, they all sat together on the couch. We're kind of like chit-chatting, like what are we into kind of thing, and love the program. They make sure that each of them come up every time and make sure that they're sitting beside each other. It's actually, that relationship would never have been built without Pathways.
I think that everyone likes to sing, but you cannot sing by yourself. It's the only way you can sing is with a group.
I'm not a real singer, but I love with the group to be singing along with a tune. You know, I've got to know everybody, and you know, we get along very well. Everybody was having a ball here. Yeah, they're up dancing and everything. You know, it's enjoyable.
Singing and music always brings people out, and it always brings people out of their shell.
Another lady, she was so stimulated that she held one of her neighbor's hand, and you could just see, you know, it was like a comrade that we're here.
Apparently I got up on the stage when I was 5 and decided I was going to sing down at the old town hall, and I did. And I've been singing all my life. Whenever I sing, I live the words. You know, I just live what I'm singing. So when I was doing this, I would put my heart and soul into what I was doing.
Sound of Music, I like that song. That is beautiful. I come out of the theater and I was humming away. It was so beautiful.
So even, like, so you saw that movie when it first came out?
Yeah.
And you still remember from 50 years ago how that movie made you feel?
Yeah. When the nuns took the wife and the children down into in the church and tried to hide them. Oh, I love that. I just sitting on the tower at my seat, just the edge of my seat, hoping that they get, you know, hoping that they get free.
When the song Edelweiss came on, they were all just standing. It just struck a real memory with the whole crowd, and they were just swaying, and they were just singing along with it.
I'm from England, and some of the songs reminded me of, I call it home.
A lot of people do not come out of their shell until you put something on and they can relate to it. And because we use a big screen, they can see the words, they can relate, and nobody's judging them. And that's something I found since we started it. And it brings out a lot of emotions, and it's okay sometimes to cry because it's just an emotion, meaning they have a memory that they may not want to share with us, but they have a memory, which is wonderful.
I mean, our lives revolved around music.
If you listen from we're small, music, we start singing as babies. Some of us in the home with the song being sung to us. And I think the thing about singing is the joy that it brings. It's the words in the song. It's the words that can make you feel different. It's that word in the song that for that moment, no matter who is around you, you can even feel like you're in this special place. It's the socialization. It's the commonality of people sharing interests together. And mind you, someone might say, well, they have dementia. It doesn't matter, because when the music and the songs start and it take them back to those days, they didn't have dementia. And in that moment of singing and loving the song, dementia has been forgotten.
There's clients that come in the morning, one in particular, that comes in and she's not familiar with our place every day. And then she starts singing Red, Red Robin, and right away she lights right up and she feels comfortable. She's in a surroundings that she's familiar with. Before Pathways, we didn't have that, so it was just something we find right now works for her. So is awesome.
I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bop, bop, bopping along.
Oh, I like these old time songs, you know, they take me back to when I was 16 and 18.
All of those old songs I love very much. And each one brings back memories. Maybe a different boyfriend or a high school I attended.
Wootsy to a few.
I think so. Not as many as my husband because he's a little older than I am.
Made me feel a little bit younger again. That's the whole thing. It was just made me feel like I wanted to get up and sing.
I have a lady named Penny who comes to it. Penny was a dancer, and the first time she came to it, she literally got up and danced. So we danced. You really could see she enjoyed every ounce of that program.
There's a lot of connection points, a lot of conversation, a lot of meaningful moments that, yes, if it wasn't for Pathways, may never have been brought up. They may never have connected on those levels and about those topics. So it has been very, very positive.
Well, I learned things about Mom that I didn't know before. And then we talk about trips that we've done or trips that they've done. And we've talked about flowers. We've talked about the different themes that have come up.
I love it. With this boy.
All through coming here, I've got to know quite a few people. Some are my dear friends.
Now I see them more vocal to one another, or they'll say, "Are you going to the Pathways singing?" I find the residents enjoy it. I enjoy doing it for them. I enjoy seeing them participate. The smile on their face, it's all worth it.
I really think every time I do Pathways, it's more seeing the interaction with the residents every time, the reminiscing, the stories that come out of it. So that's I look forward to hearing them every time. It's just building a connection with reminiscing of old songs.
My personal favorite part of this music program is how the different songs touch the different emotions. You know, there was a soft emotion where tears flows, and you thought this person was sad, but it was tears of joy because of memory. And there was the emotion where people clapped and people want more. So there was so much emotion. There was the emotion that people talk. There was an emotion where people just have the high coordination and they just focus. They wouldn't take their eyes off. Even though they didn't have, some of them didn't have many words to say, they were just in that moment. And the other part, that's the best part about it, is that once you're going through that program, everybody just so quiet. You know, they go through the songs, they talk, they reminisce, but it's like a peace that come over the room with that group of people sitting there. So it becomes so conversational that even people that had dementia were talking and everybody was normal. So that's what make it beautiful. Music make it becomes a norming session, not a session where, oh, that person have dementia. Nobody in that room know who has dementia or who didn't, because for that one moment in time, everything was normal.
And I think when they're sharing emotions and memories, it does connect you in a way that perhaps you wouldn't have had an opportunity to connect. Because, you know, if somebody's tearing up, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But to have a hand on the shoulder or just that reassurance, it does connect you and it does build and strengthen relationships. There's no question about it.
I've seen a thing or two there happen that's really stirred some people that can't even talk. Roll out the barrel. There's a lady here that's paralyzed and she never talks, and she broke down and cried. I never saw her like that before.
Any music is emotional. And some of those tears were tears of missing the person that they shared that song with. And some of the tears were just, oh, I love this song, you know. So it was happy and tears as well as tears of memories.
you would be surprised to see the difference, the joy on their faces. And I would recommend it to anybody because I think music is touch emotion. And emotion is what makes them human. And with that emotion, for a moment, you're normal.
Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. It makes you happy. When you get up in the morning, if you hear music, first thing, whether it's radio, television, it doesn't matter, it expresses your total inner feeling, and generally it's happy. You can't shun that. To be happy is one feeling that everyone should have.
When the stars make you true, life's like pasta so that's amore.
I have so many happy memories in my young days that it reminds me of those days because it's happy tunes, especially happy tunes. And it brings back memories of the good old days. And we should cherish those memories. Good memories are memories to remember.
When you listen to that Pathways program and you do the singing,
Yes.
how does it make you feel?
Better. Like you're having fun, you know, you're enjoying yourself.
I like all of it. I like music, period.
Oh, I like singing. I love it. So that makes me happy, I guess.
The only thing it does, it makes you happy. And that's exactly what life should be about. Happy.
Sing out a song of good cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel.
And why is that?
The games